BoJack made a he said too much male energy, and I was like, you know what? I don't see BoJack with a bunch of men.
That's a good point.
He's around a lot of women.
Yeah, that's a really good point. He was very uncomfortable with that.
And these men are very like, they know who they are.
Strong-willed.
They're strong.
Yeah.
They're obviously, I don't want to say better than him, but father-wise,
very protective. Like, because they're just like, we knew this wasn't a good idea, and they were just very much like being fathers to her. They were being fathers.
Yeah, they were, and it was making him uncomfortable.
Yeah,
but I think he didn't have that much. He wasn't close to his dad.
No,
he was more. He's more of like closer to his mom.
Well, not even close, but that's who he had to interact with was his mom, because the dad wasn't there. That's a really good point,
and that explains his relationship with women, because he was close. He's able to be close with women, but he has an emptiness with women because he had an emptiness with his mother, a relationship with his mom. So
and he had that panic episode right after being with those guys. Oh my gosh, literally, Iman, that's a great connection.
Maybe the panic.
And it is interesting because in that thumbnail, it showed a man. I mean, it's young BoJack, and there was a dude there.
Maybe it says their dad. I mean, it sounds like
uncle or something. Or because it wasn't the dad. He was a gray horse.
Oh well, we know that the uncle, don't know his name, but he died.
Yeah.
In the war.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, and he was young, so it looked like him and the mom Beatrice was having like a fight.
Okay.
Oh wait, meets the rebellious butterscotch horseman. Actually, no. Let's just watch. Sorry.
That should be this. That's our intro of everything. It should just be. Let's just watch. Why are we trying to figure it out? We always try to figure it out, but
because we're detectives.
Times Arrow. Oh my God, I've heard people commented about this episode. One? Oh boy.
Well, I mean, it makes, because literally it showed boy. The last one was her being like BoJack, and now we're going into the past again. So this might be an episode.
Strap in your seatbelt.
Grab your drinks, everyone.
I wish I had that, but I don't. It's gonna be. I have been in a very open, like vulnerable, like place. I'm sorry. It's so weird to talk about when you're like going through like mental health
and
stuff.
it should not be hard to talk about.
I am going through a lot, and I'm just. I know this is going to be very reminiscent of my mom. Well, and you too. Yeah. So it's just.
It's hard. I think anyone who has issues with mother issue, and dad issues too, because his dad was pretty much abandoned him. Yeah. It's a hard subject, so you can see these relationships would be like, oh my God, I went through that, or I went through something similar to that, and it's hard to face that, even if you're in a good place. Sometimes it's just hard. So yeah, if we're emotional, there you go. Yeah. That's what it is.
All right. Well,
should we get some tissues just in case?
I think the tissues are here.
There we go. We're good. We're good. Just in case. I think we'll be okay, but just in case. Too. All right, guys. There's the intro.
I know. Well, guys, we're going to get into it. We do have Patreon if you'd like to support us there. We've got the full-timer reactions. We've got other shows that are popping up, other movie reactions, all that good stuff. Yes. And you can be, I think we're 3 weeks ahead on Patreon. Yeah. So you can have that early access.
And don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Tell your friends, tell your mamas. All right. Okay, 5, 4, 3... 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. You saw that click, right? I just didn't do anything.
Just a
I don't know.
Oh.
Wow. Boy.
This episode already. Jeez.
Yeah. I already feel like some emotions, but I just...
It's just it's hard because, like, I was even in that moment with her, like, Henrietta showing up, and then it's just... We all come from such fucked up places of hurt. Mm-hmm. And it's hard to be like... This person's the way they are because they were traumatized in the past and we just want to be angry at them, but they also just come from these terrible places. But it's just like, where do you take accountability? Or where do you just see, like, maybe I just need to change, or I don't know. And this is so hard because we all come from different households. So it's like, it's hard to even know that there's an issue.
Yeah. Right.
But I don't know. I feel bad for her. I hate her, but I feel bad for her.
Yeah.
Just seeing her as a kid, it's just like... This is interesting.
Yeah, it is.
I would throw rocks at them.
Oh, boy. Oh, so they... Oh my God. Did this actually happen to her? Like she... Her gaggle.
And she grew up in this time, so there you go. I want to hug her.
Fainting spell.
Go to school.
Oh my God, what is going on with her?
Oh, poor girl.
Oh, this is after the lobotomy.
Right.
You fucking... This guy is gonna piss me off so much. The snort has made its return. Oh, I'm hot.
Me too.
Oh, so this is where she meets her husband.
Gosh, this is creepy. Just keep drinking. Ooh, ooh.
Gosh. Lord. Oh, they're just going to say chlamydia. Get the hell out of her party.
There is a fountain. Push that bitch in there. I would strangle
that
establishment. Just take your pearls and strangle her with them. It was me with the pearls and the dance hall. Gosh. So maybe this is what happens to her now. It's just like these. Ooh, maybe. God.
What? I mean, obviously that sounds like BoJack.
Is that his real dad?
Yeah, I'm wondering if
I can't remember. Did we see his real dad?
Yes, yeah. And he doesn't look like that.
He doesn't look like this.
So it was a one-night stand.
So all of his life is a lie. Like, that's not what. I can't.
Jeez. I like that little snort thing he did. Wow.
First of all, don't touch her.
And I'm like, oh. Oh, wow.
Oh.
No.
Look at the snake. Did you see that?
No.
Stupid. This is so creepy.
I know.
All right, I'm gone. Bye. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
So maybe
it was like a one night. 2 weeks later. well, hello.
Oh. Let go, yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh. Oh my god,
so stupid.
Wait, have we not seen his dad? I thought we've seen his dad.
I thought we have too. I'm confused.
Me too.
I'm baffled right now. San Francisco.
Oh. Oh.
Hold him.
I know. Oh, wow.
But she doesn't even know, like, how to be a mom. Her mom wasn't there.
I know.
Huh. Oh. Oh, he just looks more polished. That's
okay.
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 That's Henrietta.
And that's the picture she was taking down in his house?
Are they having an affair?
Mm. This sounds like, wow. No. Oh, this is so stressful.
I know.
Whew. Oh, wow. Oh my God.
Oh, the
Yeah.
gosh. Is this what's happening in her mind
all the time?
This is just.
What?
That look like Hollyhock.
I know. What? They did this to her? Mm. What? It is Hollyhock. So it's not BoJack's daughter. It's
her sis. It's his sister, half sister. So, but that's that. I mean, it makes sense because BoJack was like an adult when she was. Jeez Louise.
Hmm. Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, well.
Well, I guess we knew what we were saying. No, we didn't know what we were saying before with this one. That was a bit.
It was quite intense.
Yeah, it was extremely intense.
That's one I would need to rewatch.
Yeah.
There's a lot in it. That's a tough one. I think. Yeah, that's like a. Yeah, it does seem she is stuck in that kind of loop.
Yeah,
which is how she's been.
It's like a nightmare, though. Jesus.
Yeah, she's in a living nightmare. She could have. I was thinking she could have some sort of head injury. When she fell that far, they didn't realize was it that high up. They never really talked about her hitting her head.
They didn't.
But that's a big fall for a child, and to land straight on her back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But they were giving her pills since she was it when she was a kid or when she was kind of a teenager?
More teenager, I think. But I don't know. That
it's just
it. Again, it's like watching her as a child, and it's just like, and this happens generation from generation where we all have our own social issues to battle, but it's just like, in that time with her dad being like, girls don't read books, and we're just gonna sell you off to this family because it's good for business, and it's just like, obviously in this day and age we don't reflect on what life was like back then, but the trauma that those people had to go through, and having to do something for the family, or having to face these bully girls who are just, and it's just different social times, and like we carry those things with us, and like, and you know, us especially in the United States, well, I guess anywhere, but especially in the United States, like it's been for so long, you don't talk about your feelings, you don't address them, you shut up and bury them, or you. So it's just like we haven't had that connection where it's just like talk to your inner self, reflect on what's happened to your past, and see why you are the way you are. You know, that's just now been groundbreaking more in the 2000s, where it's just like we're finally getting to that place. Yeah. So again, I just feel very sad for her, and she hasn't had any mentor figure to look up to kind of help her be like, you know what, this happened to you and this was bad, but we're going to help you heal.
Right.
And so it's just like, it's downhill from there. So that's really...
It really is. It is. I mean, that's true. It's like that in America. Well, I feel like in most countries, like it's just not okay to talk about how you feel. Yeah. It is looked down upon. Why? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Because you're a nut job. If you need to talk to a therapists for so long were stapled as for crazy people, and it finally became healthy.
Yeah, you're going to go see a shrink.
Right. You know. Why, you're crazy. You need to see a shrink. Yeah.
I mean, she was not going to have a good life. No. Ever. No. After her mom was, lobotomy and... Obviously, her mom was doing the best that she could in that time frame, and then she was a really smart woman, very like Beatrice.
She was. Yeah.
Is it Beatrice? Yeah, Beatrice. Yeah. She's also very intelligent. They were both very intelligent, very confident women, and like the men in their lives like really didn't want that, really. Like, they gave her a lobotomy, like, and she was never the same, and the poor thing is, like, she doesn't know her daughter is sick. She doesn't know anything, is what the hell is going on, and he's, like, I mean, he's ignorant, too. I mean, it's just a bunch of ignorance is what it is. Like, a lot of, that's really what it is everyone they don't know how to help. They're doing what is
expected of them? What's
tradition?
Tradition. Essentially,
it is tradition, and it's not okay to do that. But my God, I don't know what to do for his, or like what could he do for his mom? I mean, he doesn't know what's going on in her head. She's in a prison. That's
It's either forgive, but again, he doesn't even know that's what's. He doesn't.
Because she never really told him.
And she never will, because she doesn't even make sense of it. She can't make sense of it. No. So it's just like, it's a cycle.
It is. It's just all the people in her life failed her.
Yes.
And then she found a man that had BoJack, and that didn't help at all. Like, it was just another added stress. But in her life, it's just like, well, this is how life goes anyways.
Which that's funny. Well, not funny, but it is interesting, though, because she did make that, I guess, almost nod of grace to Henrietta. Which, I mean, at the same time, it's like taking a baby from its mother is hard. I mean, it wasn't her right to do that, but at the same time, she was also trying to save Henrietta from going into the same cycle.
Exactly. But, I mean,
But she took the baby away, which is just...
I mean, Hollyhock ended up being in a great place, but who knows where... It's just the thing, you just don't know what... You just don't know what the right choice is going to be sometimes. No one knows. Yeah. You don't know what tomorrow brings, so, like, how do you know what 18 years or, what Henrietta's life would have been like, what Hollyhock's life would have been like if... And there's those what ifs that are not very helpful. Yeah. They're not, because it already happened. But like, it's heartbreaking for Beatrice. It's heartbreaking for BoJack. Mm-hmm. Everyone's like victims. And like, I think like, we've been open about kind of with our backgrounds and stuff. And Yeah, I think that's what, like, when going into therapy and all of that has been really helpful in finding, like, realizing that, my mom or my family they're their own victims of there's issues, and they're literally just doing the best that they could with what they had,
what they knew, and I mean, it is, it is. I didn't realize how, I mean, obviously seeing Hollyhock's beginnings kind of hit me hard, because I'm essentially a Hollyhock, because I came from a family where, my mother was into drugs, and I was the last of the children, but I was the only one taken away and put up for adoption. And I was put into a relatively, it's a better home than what I could have been in. So I could have been like my sister very easily if I would have stayed in that situation.
Yeah.
So, for Hollyhock's thing, I'm very, she's the one that got away. And I don't know. It's just, yes. Huh?
I mean, it's okay.
No, I know. I'm not going to cry.
I know.
But it's, no, this is really hard. Here I go crying.
It's a big one.
It's a hard one. This is really hard. But I don't know, y'all. If y'all are, everyone hurts. But it's just really important to find someone who will listen to you and be somewhat of a support. I mean, eventually, honest to God, we all need to learn how to support ourselves, because it's just, there's so many people who can influence us in this way or that way, negative or positive. But like, it's just being able to just reflect on on what we've been through, and helping using that to move us forward into a better place.
Yeah, I agree. But just get into therapy, get into reading.
It's not for lunatics,
self-help books. Yep. Following some good therapists on Instagram or social media.
Even just talking to anyone, even if it's not even like if you don't have, therapists do. Luckily nowadays, there's so many more resources to get a therapist, even online. But even if you're just saying it out loud to someone who's not going to ridicule you or make you feel like crap, but just even saying, this happened to me in the past, and I'm not healed from that. I'm hurt from this. It's just like recognizing that. I think we all need to start recognizing that, we're hurt. Definitely. It's okay to hurt.
It is. Yeah. I mean, it's beautiful to cry.
Yeah. I'll cry after this. I'll probably cry tonight. I'll reflect on this more.
Crying is interesting. It's, you have to cry, but like, no, everyone is different in how they carry, and like her thing was, you can't cry. Like her dad was like, that's stupid. So that part of her, she's got to suck it up. How many people do we know that are like, a lot of the kids,
it's hard for me to cry, everyone. Like, honestly, now I feel like I'm about to cry, because my daughter even said that the first time I actually cried in front of her. She's like, I've never seen you cry before. And I'm, oh, here I go. So, okay. I
know. Sometimes I'm like, should I touch?
No, it's fine.
Because I feel like that makes people, but
it does, but
that's what Linus does. He rubs my chest. So. Yeah.
So we don't cry now. Here I go. It's just important that you guys just know that it's okay to hurt. There's other people hurting that can share that with you.
Yeah.
Crying is not stupid. When he said that, I was just like, I was so just over it. Because it's not. But I can think of so many adults that I know now that tell their kids, don't cry.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah. Just it's traditions. Yeah. It's just, it's like
that mindset, and and I keep saying America because it's pretty toxic in America, where it's just like we have that masculinity feel where it's just like, you don't show emotions, you don't show that you come from a family of this or that, you just cover it up and carry it into your family, and then they're hurt too. It's oh God.
Yeah, it just goes on. Yeah, there's some, God.
Y'all.
There's a lot, I mean.
what a thing. God, this show.
Yeah, it's just so interesting when you wake up, when you actually wake up and you're like, realize, oh, I'm an adult. I can take care of myself. I can do stuff, and you have a chance. So like, that's the good thing, is that you do have a chance whenever it happens, whenever you wake up, but it's your choice. It's sort of your choice, and it's also like you have to make that choice for yourself to really seek help. You're like, something's not right. Something's not right. Seek help and like do whatever it is. I think also depending on your like brain and stuff, like everyone's heads are different.
Yeah.
Like marijuana has been very, very helpful for me in unlocking certain old memories and forgiving my mom, and like my stepdad has been really great. But like, like you see people as who they are, and like being able to maybe doing certain psychedelics can be healing too.
Yeah.
Everyone's different. You got to do what you got to do. But I think there are things in nature and in life that are helpful.
Yeah. Well,
that can help open you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And heal those parts of your brain. And yeah, it's just a lot of psychedelics or even marijuana is still looked at as like a negative, but yet people are taking like all these pills.
You need to watch. Well, yeah, I mean, there's pills that can make you suicidal, or which is not. I'd rather take a drug like a natural. Something. Yeah. It's interesting. You should. I don't know if you watched it yet, but I think it's on Hulu. It's Billie Holiday or the United States versus Billie Holiday. Because I grew up loving Billie Holiday, but I didn't know her history. Yeah. And obviously show documentaries or whatever, like they don't show everything, but I didn't realize that she took a lot of drugs, and it's because she had been sexually assaulted and come from such a broken home with her own mother, who was a whore, and her mom made her go live somewhere else because she wanted to do that instead. So it's just like, and she took drugs to cope with it.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So it's just like, we're all kind of...
Yeah, we're all... BoJack, too. BoJack copes with drinking.
Because...
So does his mother. Everyone has something, right?
Yeah.
I think I was using alcohol for coping, too. Yeah. I didn't realize it. I just...
Yeah. I used it so I didn't have to cry. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's right.
It helps you escape.
Yeah, it's numbing.
Like,
I know you don't. No. No, there's just a lot, it's just how we're, I think, going through things just personally, too, in our own lives, like right now that we're hitting a mark in our lives where we're discovering things about ourselves, and we're moms,
and having to, what you were just saying, too, about forgiving your mom, because that's really hard to do. I haven't full on forgiven my mom for everything yet.
Yeah.
It's because I'm just like I was BoJack before this episode. I'm just like, you're just never gonna get me.
Too.
You're just never. But he actually was just like, okay, well, let me just. It's not gonna change, but let me just kind of be a loving.
Yeah, in that moment.
In that moment.
Thank God he did that. He didn't even know what was going on. But sometimes it's like me, because we're all victims, right? We're all carrying that pain, and especially the person who caused the pain. But like. Wow, what a moment for him to do that for her.
Kudos to him, because honestly, it's hard, because it's just like he's a child. He was a child, and he was victimized, and his dad was shit.
Yeah.
His mom, she never
held him, and she never. No, I know that this is just so interesting. It's just like that thing of, like, I might be able to emote. So, like be able to cry.
Yeah.
But then there's like certain like physical touch for me isn't easy, like because it's like, because that's the same thing like with my mom. But I don't think she was like held either, or like she has
no, but it's true. And so, I feel like I'm gonna cry again, because I understand you, because I had that and I told you this. I had that conversation with my brother where we were kind of talking about our parents and what we grew up with. And she's like, "When was the last time mom held you?" And I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
And I caught myself after that being like, "Have I held my daughter enough?" So like I have to like force, and it's not that I don't love her or anything,
I know.
but it's just like you come from a home where you're not being held. And I don't want my daughter to feel like, oh my God, my mom's never held. You might have to cut this short.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. Because it's not a second nature, because we weren't taught, just weren't shown that.
So when she wasn't holding BoJack when he was crying, it's because you weren't held.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man.
Well, there you go. You guys get to see us as crying messes. But you know what? If you have a loved one, go hold them. Go tell them you love them and give them a hug.
Yeah. And for those of you who are alone.
Yeah. Well, you're not alone.
You're not, and we're here.
Not.
We're here. Just, this is, I feel like, therapeutic.
Yeah.
You know, what we do is that was the point of the reactions to starting this, is just being there for those who feel alone.
Yeah.
Like,
you're not, I mean, you are, physically you may be alone, but like, I think over the last 10 years, as we've been opening up more, whether it be to a therapist, to our friends or whatever, we are, even you and me, I remember when we first started our friendship, and then where we are now and the things we've talked about, it's just like saying those things out loud. We realize, oh my God, you've been through something very similar to what I've been through, and we can relate to that, and we can support each other with that. And
yeah, it's like there's a scene in About Time, which underrated movie, which we do need to do reaction to that.
I haven't seen that yet.
And there's a character asks another character, like, tell me your faults when she meets her. And she's like, tell me your faults. And that's an interesting thing, because we carry our best self.
We want to put our best face.
Yes. We want to do that. And that's not real. Like, that's just not real.
Yeah.
But it's...
I'd rather hear about your failures. I'd rather hear about the things that have held you back, because I'm going to relate to you a lot more with that than you being successful or anything.
But it's still, society isn't really, it's a weird time right now, I feel like. Who knows, maybe in 20 years.
Our generation, I feel like, has gone through
I think
not to like be, it's our generation that's...
But we're the ones that are changing it. Like, we're getting to that point and we're like, oh, this isn't right, we need to change it. But we had to...
But we come from such... Well, no. I would say even this generation has their own hardships, because parents are working like 3 or 4 jobs. They're never home.
Yeah. It's just a loop of life, right? It's the cycle, but it's... Hopefully it'll be softer and easier for more
being
kids
open,
coming out, coming into this world. But
well, there goes my eyelash.
Literally. Oh my God. We didn't know that this episode. I did recently see a comment saying Time's Arrow.
Yeah. I mean, we figured, even at the beginning, we're talking about tissues, because we figured it was probably going to hit a little closer to home than what we would have liked, probably. But, you know, it's real, and it's beautiful, because we're humans.
What a show. What an amazing mind to create this. It's just like... Yeah.
I need to watch some interviews with the creator.
I do too. Me too. Yeah. I think I've been staying away because I'm afraid of spoilers. Like,
maybe at the end of this.
I'd love to know, especially like Korra's creators too, like Avatar. Like, they have a lot of therapeutic insight too. That's very true.
We need to interview these people.
That would be very nice.
Well, I think what's her editor's girlfriend, I think she knows someone who worked with BoJack. Or on BoJack, so you never know. But
okay. Well, guys, I think we're
done. I think we need to be done.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching with us and going on this journey with us and allowing us to be open. You guys are very supportive in the comments and always kind, and so thank you. Yeah. And we'll be back next week.
Yes.
Sounds so weird to say, but thanks so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.